My beloved child, today the heavens have opened, and the hidden chambers of eternity have shifted to focus entirely upon you. Listen intently, for this message is not ordinary, nor is it random. Every word you are about to hear has been divinely arranged, woven with the threads of destiny that no human eye can perceive. Somewhere beyond the veil of sight, a decree has been spoken. A scroll has been unsealed, and your name glows in golden letters upon its sacred pages. Yes, you, the one who has endured the silent trials, the unseen battles, the hidden storms of life, are the focus of this heavenly declaration. For years, the world may have overlooked you, forgetting your persistence, dismissing your faithfulness, but the record in heaven has always been different. While others celebrated accolades and recognition, the divine architects were quietly preparing your ascent, crafting every unseen step, arranging every invisible circumstance to bring you to this appointed hour. A shift has taken place in the spiritual realm, one that cannot be triggered by human hands, one that cannot be reversed by earthly powers. It happened silently, like a seed breaking underground, yet its effects are erupting in every dimension around you. The heavens have turned the page of your story, and you are stepping into the chapter that destiny has long awaited. This is not about recognition, nor reward, nor fleeting fame. This is about spiritual authority, divine inheritance, and the restoration of what has been withheld for generations. A powerful release has been set in motion, and you are positioned not by human hands, but by heaven itself. Every obstacle that sought to block your path, every whisper of doubt, every scheme designed to suppress your name, has been cataloged in the eternal record as evidence of your perseverance. You were never forgotten. You were never disqualified. You were preserved, hidden under divine secrecy until the appointed time. And that time has now arrived. A revelation has been triggered behind the scenes, in places where no mortal would look. An ancient document, sealed and preserved through the decades, has resurfaced. Its contents affirm your rightful inheritance, the lineage you were always destined to claim, and the spiritual authority that has been prepared uniquely for you. The angels, stationed at attention, have recorded every movement, every faithful choice you made while the world was blind to your journey. Every act of integrity, every moment of patience, every tear shed in the quiet hours has built the foundation upon which this announcement now stands. The gavel of eternity has fallen, and the verdict is irreversible. No earthly influence, no prideful adversary, no scheme of deceit can alter what heaven has ordained. The one who sought to claim what was never theirs will watch as the truth is unveiled. Their confidence will crumble, their whispered lies exposed, while your faithfulness is crowned with divine vindication. This is not merely a personal triumph, my child. It is generational restoration. What was stolen from your ancestors, what was hidden from your parents, what was denied to your lineage is now being released through you. You are not just receiving a legacy, you are fulfilling a prophetic mandate. The heavens themselves rejoice as this decree manifests. Every document, every legal record, every circumstance that once resisted your rise is now rearranged in your favor. You will witness confirmations that appear as coincidences, messages, calls, unexpected meetings, opportunities that seem to arrive at just the right moment. These are the fingerprints of divine orchestration, the signatures of heaven confirming that your path is aligned with eternal decree. You have endured in silence, prayed in the hidden hours, and remained faithful while others sought applause. Now, the same God who observed your tears and sleepless nights announces your promotion, not for vanity, not for pride, but to fulfill a sacred purpose. The ground that rejected you will now flourish under your steps. The rooms that ignored your presence will now open. You are stepping into a season where your light can no longer be concealed. But hear this, my child. This is only the beginning. Every blessing, every authority, Every inheritance released into your hands carries a purpose beyond personal gain. You are the vessel through which generational restoration flows. The proof of divine timing, the living evidence that what heaven ordains cannot be delayed, rests upon you. Walk boldly, my child, for this is the coronation season of your destiny. The heavens have spoken, the angels have recorded, and the legacy that once slipped from your family's grasp now returns home through you. The inheritance is not only material, it is prophetic, ancestral, spiritual. It carries the covenant of generations, the fulfillment of promises made long before your birth. Your lineage has been preserved in secrecy, and your obedience, patience, and integrity have aligned you perfectly with this divine moment. Do not fear those who envy your rise. Their bitterness only confirms the reality of your elevation. Every enemy that opposed you will witness the manifestation of truth. Every delay, every denial, every obstacle was preparing you for this day. You are the living proof that heaven orchestrates every detail, that timing is sacred, and that truth always prevails. Remember, my child, this inheritance is more than legacy. It is a calling. It is a mandate to restore, reconcile, and rebuild. Every step you take will carry the weight of generations, the fragrance of divine favor, and the authority of heaven. As you move forward, humility must remain close, for the applause of men must never drown the whispers of heaven. Gratitude will guide your heart, discernment your choices, and obedience your path. What has been hidden is now revealed. The scroll of your destiny has been opened. Angels are still turning its pages, documenting your faithfulness and preparing the world to witness what heaven has already declared. This is your season of divine manifestation, your elevation prepared in secret, and your inheritance guaranteed by eternal decree. My child, as the echoes of heaven's declaration settle, you must understand the magnitude of what has begun. This is not a fleeting moment, nor a passing favor. The heavens have orchestrated a movement, a shift that touches every layer of your existence, every hidden corner of your life, and every path you thought was closed. For decades, your name was hidden in the shadows, whispered in secret, overlooked by those who only see the surface. But the divine record never forgets, and the angels, ever watchful, have ensured that no effort of faithfulness is ever wasted. You have endured in silence while others flaunted empty crowns, chased recognition, and spoke titles that were never theirs. Yet every step you took in integrity, every prayer whispered in the night, every act of obedience was a brick laid for the foundation of this moment. And now, the unseen wheels have turned. What was delayed is now accelerated. What was hidden is now revealed. A divine hand has opened the sealed chambers of your inheritance, releasing treasures both seen and unseen, meant not just for you, but for generations through you. Documents will surface, allies you never expected will rise. Doors that seemed permanently closed will swing wide. Every obstacle designed to hinder your ascent will crumble before the weight of heaven's decree. You are entering a season where divine alignment will be evident in every detail of your life. The people who once opposed you, who whispered lies, who sought to suppress your rise, will now serve as witnesses to the undeniable truth of your destiny. Do not be alarmed by their envy. Their resistance is merely the echo of heaven confirming your elevation. Every step you take will now carry divine resonance. Even the natural realm will respond to your presence. Rooms that once ignored your arrival will recognize your authority. Opportunities that seemed lost forever will now return with urgency and favor. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is divine orchestration. The scrolls of heaven have spoken, and the decree cannot be altered. Every adversary, every rival, every manipulator of false claims will stand silent as heaven manifests your rightful place. You are stepping into the fulfillment of prophecies written generations ago, encoded in the bloodline, recorded in the annals of eternity. Your inheritance is multidimensional. It is physical, spiritual, prophetic, and ancestral. The land, the name, the legacy are mere symbols of a far greater reality, the awakening of your divine assignment. Your ancestors' prayers, their unseen sacrifices, their tears, and faithfulness have converged in this moment, producing a wave of restoration that can only be described as miraculous. Every loss you experienced, every moment of waiting, every season of doubt, has prepared you to receive this with wisdom and humility. The same God who watched them sow in tears is now orchestrating your harvest in joy. And yet, with all this revelation comes responsibility. You are not simply inheriting possessions. You are inheriting authority to restore, reconcile, and rebuild. This is the weight of generational destiny placed upon your shoulders, and heaven will guide every step. The divine court of eternity has convened, and the gavel has fallen. Your name, your story, your faithfulness are now the pillars upon which the restoration of your lineage is built. Those who attempted to suppress your rise, who schemed and plotted, will now witness the manifestation of truth. Their pride will crumble, their whispers will fade, and their attempts at deception will serve as evidence of heaven's flawless justice. This is your vindication, not for personal glory, but for the fulfillment of purpose. Every blessing, every favor, every opportunity released into your life is a strategic part of a divine plan designed for impact beyond yourself. As you walk into this new season, pay attention to the small confirmations, the subtle signs that the unseen realm is orchestrating circumstances in your favor. A conversation, a message, a meeting, an unexpected encounter. These are divine markers, evidence that heaven is aligning every aspect of your life. And when the world questions your sudden rise, remember that it is not human manipulation, but divine orchestration. You are the vessel of prophecy fulfilled, the heir of promises kept, the continuation of a covenant written before your birth. Do not be distracted by envy, nor intimidated by those who oppose. Your mission is not to prove, but to fulfill. Your inheritance is not just personal, it is generational, spiritual, and prophetic. Every act of faith, every moment of patience, every choice to remain humble has been recorded and is now being rewarded in perfect timing. You are stepping into a legacy of restoration where every past injustice, every denied blessing, every attempt to block your path is reversed. The heavens are moving, orchestrating circumstances to ensure that what was once lost is now recovered, multiplied, and elevated. Even the elements of your environment, people, places, systems, are now responding to the authority placed upon your name. Do not underestimate the spiritual magnitude of this moment. This is not only about earthly inheritance, but about fulfilling a divine pattern set in motion before you were born. Every resource, every position, every opportunity being released into your hands carries a sacred purpose, designed to extend beyond your lifetime. You are the bridge between what was lost and what will now be restored. The angels, the courts of heaven, the hidden records, all converge to manifest what has been preordained. The proofs are no longer hidden. They are being revealed, and you will walk in them with clarity, authority, and divine confidence. Your elevation is not an accident. It is the fulfillment of preparation, the reward of endurance, the manifestation of obedience. My beloved, the revelation of your inheritance continues to unfold, layer by layer, as heaven moves with precision that no human can imitate. Every delay, every season of silence, every moment you felt overlooked, has been a necessary preparation for this monumental moment. Do you see now why patience was never wasted? Why your quiet faithfulness was never unnoticed? The angels have recorded it all, and the divine courts have weighed every act, every prayer, every tear, and every intention of your heart. Nothing has been ignored. Nothing has been lost. Even the adversaries who thought they could erase your legacy have been unwittingly assisting the divine plan by exposing the depth of your integrity. The same hands that tried to steal what was yours have revealed the evidence that proves your elevation is ordained, not earned by deceit, but awarded by faithfulness. You are stepping into a dimension where the spiritual and natural intersect, where your obedience, your endurance, and your unwavering heart are now the catalysts for manifesting heaven's decree. This inheritance is not merely a gift, it is an assignment, a sacred responsibility to restore what has been lost, reconcile what has been broken, and establish what has been delayed. The legacy of your ancestors, the prayers they whispered in secret, the sacrifices they made in unseen hours are now converging into your hands. Every document discovered, every confirmation received, every circumstance aligning in your favor is a testimony of divine orchestration. The same heavens that watched your lineage struggle are now celebrating your arrival into fulfillment. The forces that sought to suppress your rise are being dismantled piece by piece as heaven moves to ensure that what was meant for you cannot be hindered. You may notice small signs that seem coincidental: a call at the perfect time, a message arriving when hope seemed faint, an opportunity emerging from nowhere. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Divine fingerprints are upon every step you take, every path you walk, every decision you make. The adversaries who doubted, who whispered lies, who attempted to block you will watch as your elevation manifests in ways that cannot be denied. Their envy is only a reflection of heaven's undeniable truth. Remember, this inheritance is multi-layered: spiritual authority, prophetic alignment, ancestral restoration, and the fulfillment of promises made before your birth. It carries weight, responsibility, and a purpose far greater than personal comfort or recognition. The same God who has been faithful through your trials will continue to guide your steps, orchestrating every encounter, opening doors, and placing resources exactly where they are needed. You are not walking alone. Every favor, every blessing, every opportunity is strategically positioned to fulfill heaven's plan through you. As you step forward, maintain humility, for the applause of men must never overshadow the whispers of heaven. Gratitude will anchor your heart, discernment will guide your choices, and obedience will sustain your path. This is your divine appointment, a sacred convergence of time, preparation, and prophecy. The moments of frustration, the seasons of delay, the feelings of being overlooked, all were chapters in the preparation of your destiny. Now you are positioned to receive not only blessings, but authority, the power to restore, reconcile, and rebuild. Every legal, natural, and spiritual barrier is being removed. Every circumstance that once resisted your rise is realigned. The hands of heaven are guiding you, arranging the pieces of your life with divine precision. You are entering a new season where the natural and supernatural will merge. Opportunities that once seemed lost will return multiplied. People who doubted you will witness undeniable evidence of your elevation. Contracts will align, partnerships will form, and doors that were previously closed will open effortlessly. This is the manifestation of divine justice and perfect timing. Do not be deceived by the appearance of sudden success. Every blessing flowing into your life has been meticulously orchestrated over years, decades, and generations. The soil of your inheritance has been prepared by faithfulness, patience, and obedience. Your ancestors' covenant, sealed in prayer and righteousness, is now coming alive through you. The unseen realm has been mobilized to confirm what the natural world has yet to understand. And as you step into this unfolding reality, remember, Every action, every decision, every word spoken carries the weight of destiny. You are no longer just walking through life. You are walking as the appointed heir, the chosen vessel, the living testimony of heaven's faithfulness. The angels are still watching, recording, and celebrating every step, every act of obedience, every decision made with integrity. Every moment of humility will now be multiplied to fulfill the purposes set before you. Even those who opposed you, who tried to steal what was never theirs, will become silent witnesses as the truth unfolds. Their envy cannot stop the momentum heaven has released. The blessings are not just for you, they are for generations through you. The ground that once resisted will now yield. The rooms that ignored you will now respond. The opportunities that were delayed are now accelerated. This is the season of your divine manifestation, your prophetic alignment, your generational restoration. Walk boldly, my child, for heaven has confirmed your name. And the inheritance is not just promised, it is active and it is unstoppable. Beloved child, as the revelation of your inheritance unfolds further, you must recognize the depth of what is occurring. This is a divine reset, a supernatural alignment, a restoration that moves through every layer of your life, reshaping circumstances, relationships, and opportunities. Those who once opposed, those who whispered lies, those who plotted to suppress you, will witness the power of heaven manifesting through your path. Their schemes cannot withstand the authority now placed upon your name. Every act of faithfulness you performed in secrecy is now magnified, now rewarded, now visible in ways that surpass human comprehension. The angels are stationed, the courts of heaven convened, and every record that was hidden or altered has been restored to its original truth. You are now standing at the intersection of destiny and divine orchestration, where every prayer, every tear, every sacrifice converges to validate your rightful place. Do not underestimate the significance of this moment. This is the culmination of generations, a turning point where what was lost, stolen, or denied returns multiplied through you. Even the smallest details of your life are now instruments of divine confirmation. A call, a message, a meeting, a contract. These are markers of heaven, aligning your steps with the eternal plan. The legacy that was once obscured by human error, greed, and misunderstanding is now illuminated. The land, the name, the authority, the resources. They are physical representations of spiritual truths that have been waiting for this appointed hour. You are the bridge between what was lost and what will now be restored. The doors that were shut, the voices that dismissed you, the hands that opposed you, all are rearranged by the invisible hand of heaven to serve the fulfillment of your destiny. Your obedience, your patience, your quiet faithfulness are the foundation upon which this restoration is built. Those who sought to claim what was never theirs will now witness undeniable evidence of heaven's perfect justice. Their envy, their pride, their whispered lies, their manipulation, all collapse as the truth of your elevation shines through. This is your vindication, my child, not for personal glory, but to fulfill a higher purpose. You are being positioned to restore what has been broken, reconcile what has been divided, and rebuild what was lost. The inheritance flowing into your hands is multidimensional. It is physical, spiritual, prophetic, and ancestral. It is designed to impact generations beyond yourself, to heal wounds, and to establish a legacy that reflects divine faithfulness. As this season unfolds, the atmosphere around you will begin to change. Time itself will seem to shift in favor of your elevation. People who once ignored or opposed you will begin to acknowledge your presence. Systems that resisted your progress will begin to align. Opportunities will appear as if guided by an invisible hand, delivering confirmations that heaven is at work. Do not be distracted by those who cannot comprehend this movement. They will witness the outcome, but cannot see the preparation, the unseen orchestration, or the divine strategy that brought you here. Every blessing you receive now carries purpose. Every favor is a tool to restore, to reconcile, to build. You are not inheriting for comfort alone. You are inheriting to impact, to fulfill prophecy, and to carry forward the covenant placed upon your lineage. Your rise is not accidental. It is the culmination of faithfulness, obedience, and integrity recorded in heaven. The struggles you endured, the seasons of delay, the silent prayers, all are now revealed as the necessary steps to bring you to this appointed moment. You are entering a dimension where the spiritual and natural converge. Your presence alone will shift atmospheres. Your words will open doors, and your obedience will establish new realities. The opposition you faced serves only to highlight the magnitude of what has now been restored. The enemies who doubted you, who attempted to block your inheritance, will stand as witnesses to the undeniable truth of heaven's plan. Even the natural realm, contracts, legal proceedings, relationships, resources, is now aligning with your divine purpose. The seasons of delay were not punishment, but preparation. The silence was not absence, but incubation. Every obstacle, every hardship, every rejection has been a step in the divine choreography that positions you for unprecedented manifestation. The angels continue to move on your behalf, opening doors, orchestrating circumstances, and ensuring that your inheritance flows fully into your hands. You are not just the recipient of a promise, you are the fulfillment of prophecy. Every generation that preceded you, every prayer offered, every covenant made, is now being honored and completed through you. You are stepping into authority that has been written long before your birth, confirmed in the courts of heaven, and now manifesting in your life. With this authority comes responsibility to restore, to reconcile, to build, and to bless. The land, the name, the legacy, and the spiritual mandate are now in your hands. You are no longer hidden, no longer overlooked, no longer delayed. The heavens have declared your name, and nothing on earth can negate it. Walk boldly, act with wisdom, and continue in obedience. For this inheritance is not merely yours, it is a conduit for generations to come. Every step you take now is guided. Every word you speak carries authority, and every decision you make echoes with the power of heaven. This is your season, my child. Embrace it fully, steward it wisely, and allow the divine will to manifest through you with clarity and unstoppable momentum. Beloved child, the final layer of your inheritance is now revealing itself, and the fullness of heaven's plan is manifesting in your life. This is the culmination of generations, the apex of prayers long whispered, the reward for integrity sustained over years of unseen trials. As the heavens celebrate, the spiritual realm is actively aligning every detail to ensure your rise is complete and undeniable. Every challenge that once seemed insurmountable is now a stepping stone to your elevation. Every whisper of doubt, every opposing voice, every shadow of envy is being neutralized by the authority now resting upon your name. The invisible hand of heaven is guiding every movement, orchestrating events that will leave no room for human error or interference. Your rise is not accidental. It is deliberate. It is prophetic. It is the fulfillment of promises made before time began. The land, the legacy, the spiritual authority, and the prophetic mandate are now fully activated in your hands. As you walk forward, the ground itself responds to your steps. Doors that were closed now open. Opportunities that vanished return multiplied. Conversations that were stalled now accelerate toward confirmation. The people who once opposed or doubted you will witness the magnitude of heaven's orchestration. Their envy and disbelief cannot stand against divine timing. Every favor, every blessing, every circumstance now aligned is a testimony of the meticulous work of heaven. You are now a living declaration of prophecy fulfilled. Your ancestors' prayers, your lineage's sacrifices, the tears and obedience of previous generations converge through you, creating a wave of restoration that touches every aspect of life, family, and destiny. The legal records, the documents, the ancestral proof, all are now revealed, confirming your rightful place. Even the systems that resisted your ascent, the structures that seemed immovable, are now rearranged to serve the manifestation of your inheritance. You are the vessel through which heaven delivers restoration, reconciliation, and generational fulfillment. This is not merely about wealth, property, or recognition. It is about purpose, authority, and legacy. Every action you take, every decision you make, every step you walk is infused with divine intent. The angels, the courts of heaven, and the eternal records all converge to ensure the completeness of what has been promised. Even those who opposed, plotted, or attempted to claim what was never theirs are now witnesses to the undeniable truth of your elevation. Their pride is broken, their envy silenced, their whispers exposed as powerless against heaven's decree. You are stepping fully into a season of divine visibility, where your authority is recognized, your presence shifts atmospheres, and your obedience shapes outcomes. The blessings released into your life now carry a purpose far beyond personal gain. They are instruments to restore, heal, build, and bless generations through you. Every relationship, every resource, every alignment now under your influence is divinely timed to fulfill this purpose. You are not merely receiving a promise. You are fulfilling a covenant, carrying forward a legacy that has waited for you through generations. The heavens have declared your name, the angels have recorded your faithfulness, and the divine courts have confirmed your elevation. The inheritance is not only restored, but magnified, expanded, and secured. Your rise is both public and prophetic, designed to validate the faithfulness of God and to establish a foundation for future generations. Every obstacle, every delay, every past injustice is now reversed and repurposed to confirm your authority. The land, the name, the resources, and the spiritual mandate are fully yours to steward. Walk with wisdom, lead with humility, and act with discernment. For this inheritance carries responsibility, purpose, and eternal significance. Even as abundance flows, remember that prosperity is a servant, not a master. The true inheritance lies in the favor, the authority, and the divine identity now established in your name. As you step into this final phase, know that heaven continues to orchestrate every detail, confirming every movement, guiding every decision, and ensuring that your path is unstoppable. Your elevation is a testimony, not just to your faithfulness, but to the faithfulness of God across generations. The proof is undeniable. What was once lost is now restored. What was delayed is now accelerated. And what was hidden is now revealed. You are the fulfillment of promises, the continuation of covenants, and the manifestation of prophecy. Walk boldly, speak with authority, act with wisdom, and steward your inheritance with integrity and purpose. The angels continue to move, the spiritual realms continue to align, and every natural circumstance now responds to the authority granted to you. Your rise is not for personal glory, but to establish what was ordained, to restore what was broken, and to bless generations through your stewardship. The heavens have confirmed your name. The legacy is restored. The inheritance is alive. You are the hidden heir revealed, the rightful successor, the vessel of divine restoration. Walk boldly, live purposefully, and allow heaven's plan to manifest fully through you. Your story has shifted. Your name has been declared, and the covenant that was preserved through generations now flows through you. The heavens rejoice, the angels celebrate, and the earth responds. You are the culmination of preparation, the manifestation of prophecy, and the living proof that heaven's timing is perfect. Step forward with confidence, embrace your inheritance, and allow the fullness of what has been promised to flow through your life, for it is now fully activated, unstoppable, and eternal.